chat ini.
Okay, go.
Okay, so hello Desmond. Welcome to my small video. Today we're going to be talking about your life and then what you've been and then all the stuff you've been through all those years.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so start off with your name and then what did you do before?
My name is Desmond Hayes, and I grew up in a small village in England. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I went to a very good school, very similar to the schools you have in Kuala Kangsar. Across the river from the school that I went to is Eton College. Well, Eton College is where a lot of the people go who end up as in our government. A little bit the same as a lot of the people that go to school in Kuala Kangsar, they end up in the Malaysian Parliament, I believe.
I see. And where is it you joined the military before?
As I said, I came from a little village and I just didn't know what I wanted to do. On the honours board in the school I went to, my father's name was up there and my elder brother. And I didn't think I would be there. So it was a time of it was still possible to leave. I left home and I joined the Royal Air Force and served an apprenticeship. I joined at the age of 16 and went back to school, and I guess I needed a little bit of discipline. So I joined the Royal Air Force and studied to become an electronics engineer.
So you basically do mostly a lot of technical stuff like the communications.
Very much so. All to do with communications, to do with the instrument landing system that a plane flies down to safely land at an airport, transmitters, receivers, telephones, all that sort of equipment. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then where is that you also work with the other opposition sides like the Sarawak force and the Malaysian force?
I was stationed to RAF Seletar in Singapore, and it was at the time in the 60s when there was confrontation with President Sukarno of Indonesia. So they reposted me and 4 others because of our skills with transmitters, and they sent us to RAF Kuching, which is now the capital of Sarawak. We were stationed at a wireless station called Batu Kitang Transmitters. All the equipment that was needed to run that military establishment was ordered on a Morse key through our transmitters. That's how I came to be in Sarawak.
So you worked alongside the locals as well?
Yes, I worked alongside EBANs and Dayaks. Yes, good friends they were indeed. Yes.
Mm-hmm. According to the history books, there were stories that sometimes the British and the Sarawakians worked well, some didn't and end up on the pike per se.
I think on the whole, wherever you've got mixed forces, you'll have good and bad. But mainly, I believe, from my experience, it's good.
Mostly good, no conflict.
Mostly good, yes.
So any unique experience during the confrontation?
Not really. Yes, we did have guns, but we were there as engineers. We were there to make sure the equipment worked. That was my job. Without it, you couldn't eat, you couldn't fly the aeroplanes. Every spare part would be ordered through our transmitters, It, initially, from Sarawak, the messages would go to Singapore, and then they would bounce back across the world, back to UK, and that's when the stuff would be delivered back. Petrol, forgive me, bullets, everything.
And what about the food compared to now?
Food?
Yeah.
Oh, I first met Malaysian and Chinese food. I was only 18 years old, but I've loved it, and I still love it. And forgive me, I'm now 81. I thoroughly enjoy it.
And if I remember correctly, in Sarawak they have special delicacy. Have you tried it before?
Well, Sarawak laksa I like, and of course I did fall in love with the one fruit that many Western people won't go near. Durian, I love it.
What about the other specialty? They say you can find once in a while. They call it the sago. They call it the sago worm.
I tried one once, but it wasn't to my liking really. No, I certainly love prawns and cockles and things. Yes, all things fish, but I wasn't keen on the sago. No.
Okay. Yeah. So now what's your life after the?
After that, I carried on in the military until 1974, and then I came out, and I met my wife Carol, and we married, and I was then working in our small town of Penrith in Cumbria in the north of England near the Scottish border, and I was working as a radio and television engineer.
I see. So your life now, from during the competition until now, is changing already.
Oh, it's changed, but I just settled back down. I settled back down to living in England. We didn't have a lot of money, and then we had a family, and I bought a house. We bought a house, and I lived there. And then I started work for British Telecom, a telephone, the main telephone company in UK, and I had a good job there. And my wife is very good at money. She looked all after the money. And then maybe 20 years ago, she said, we've nearly paid our mortgage. We're quite comfortable. Where would you like to go on holiday? I said, I'd love to go back to the Far East. I didn't think I would be able to afford it. I would love to go back. So we came here to, we came to Singapore, and then we made a trip to Penang 20 years ago. And we've been coming back off and on ever since.
I see. That's a really nice, interesting experience. So just so to end this, what's your advice for all the youngsters out there, or young hopefuls?
Young hopefuls, dream for everything you wish that is good, but please save your money if you can and buy something. Don't go out, get married straight away and want everything brand new. Sometimes you have to save up. We had to save up. We had nothing when we started. My advice, I'm not very good with administration. I'm an engineer. We always made things and mended them. Now it does seem a throwaway society, and we buy things and we throw them away.
I see. Okay, that's it. So thank you for your time, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you, and I'm very pleased to be talking to you.
Okay.